All right, here we go. The camera died on me. This is some of the best riding I've had in a couple of days, so I figured I should probably get it on camera because it looks like it's going to stay that way. It's a really cool, narrow, windy road. Apparently until 2019, this was a not so great dirt road. And I can imagine just all the uphill, downhill corners take quite a while. There's another road that goes here that's dirt that I really would have liked to do, but it's starting to get dark. It would have taken me another hour. Don't want to ride in the dark. And then also with, I don't have any traction off-road on the back anymore because the tires are pretty much flat. So I'm actually happy enough with this. I'm more comfortable on pavement. Like, I really enjoy riding on twisty roads like this. Like, most of my background in riding would have been sport bikes, twisty roads, track days, stuff like that. I really like the off-road stuff too, but only when I'm not kind of pressed for time and I have to worry about it. So here we are. It's actually quite a cool road, really scenic around too, just going past all these farms. Costa Rica really is a beautiful country. See why so many people come here. It's just so expensive. Look at these corners, just incredible. It's a shame they're so dirty. Makes me a little bit wary. GoPro's going to flatten all this out. You won't see the nice incline that this is. Oh, amazing. All of a sudden turned very, very potholy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, potholy and sandy and jeez, that is not the best road. That's sand. Ooh. crossing of the lake? Can't really tell. Oh, wow. Wow. I gotta speed up. I can't go slow on this road. Here we go. Here we go. Perfect.
I made it just as it was getting dark. It's really, really windy, so I'm in sort of the alley where I parked the bike just so that you can hear it because the mic doesn't do too well in the wind. But I'm off to Monte Verde Cloud Forest Park. It's really interesting. The guy here was telling me that the area around it in, I think, the 50s or 60s, maybe a little bit earlier, was taken over by Quakers from Alabama. They were escaping, would have been, I think, the 60s or the 50s. They were escaping the draft in Vietnam, and Costa Rica had just disbanded their army. So yeah, it's a little Quaker area, and they invited all these naturalists and scientists in to explore the biodiversity in Monte Verde. So we're gonna go do it ourselves.
Posible estacionar mi moto más cerca de, para más seguro para mí.
Ok, lo más seguro para usted sería dejarla acá, pero puede ir a ver y si no le parece, entonces puede regresar. La placa es de Ontario.
Yo soy canadiense de Toronto.
Alright, so we're in the Monte Verde Cloud Forest in Costa Rica. It's called the Cloud Forest because it's high up. And I guess it sort of reaches into the clouds and it gets really foggy and atmospheric, so hopefully we get to see that. Costa Rica is one of the most biodiverse places on Earth. And this is an extremely biodiverse place as well. So there's over 1,200 plant species in here. There's over 100 mammal species, which is really cool. I hope we get to see some of them. Over 400 bird species and over 100 reptilian and amphibian species. So I didn't get a guide because it's just really, really expensive, but hopefully I can keep an eye out and I get to see some cool stuff, and hopefully I get some video of it, but really hope I get to see some cool stuff. All right, so I can hear stuff around me. I just can't see anything. Yeah, I can hear like some birds and I don't know if it's a mammal or what. I can hear something making other noises up in the trees somewhere, but I can't see anything. But there's a huge amount of really cool plants and stuff. So it's a suspension bridge and it moves around quite a lot when you're walking on it. Well, I can definitely hear all kinds of animals and birds and stuff. I just haven't really been able to see any. Still really cool though. Alright, so verdict on Monte Verde Cloud Forest Preserve. Really neat, really beautiful. For me personally, the day that I went, what I did didn't quite live up to expectations. I've heard a lot about it. I mean, the area is really, really cool. Like Santa Elena, Monte Verde, the towns, even the park, it's really, really cool. I haven't really seen any animals, a couple birds, a couple insects, but nothing really. I talked to some other people, they've seen like armadillos, toucans. I really thought there'd be monkeys. Last time I was in Costa Rica, there's monkeys everywhere, not in a preserve. Maybe it's a little too cold for them up here. But anyway, just didn't really live up to the hype. Definitely worth coming if you're doing a big long trip and you're in the area. I went not well out of my way, but I went out of my way to come here. Probably wouldn't do it again. Not to say anything bad, but maybe I'm just getting a little bit jaded with all the really cool things that I've seen and my expectations have been built up. Anyway, off next is to San Jose.
Okay, so now we are off to San Jose, Costa Rica, the capital. It's a little cold. What a view. Down in a little valley there. I came around a corner there into this valley and the wind just tossed me. Very windy. Oh, it's pushing me around. What a view. Just be careful with the wind here, really pushing me. I saw that there was some toll roads here. I thought I was avoiding them by not taking the highways. I thought I was getting off more beaten track, but it looks like I've hit a toll booth, unfortunately, so there's not much I can do about it. I'm already here. Hola, buenos días. Bueno, gracias. He's getting aggressive, this fella, huh? I like visiting big cities, or I like to see some of them, but I absolutely hate city traffic. It's just the worst. San Jose isn't even a big city. I'm not even quite in San Jose. I'm getting very close, but it's not even a big city. I think it's got under 500,000 people, if I'm not mistaken. Oh boy. I'm making it ahead of this bus, I think so. Yeah. Alright, so San Jose is a bit of a more interesting city than I thought it was going to be. My expectations were very low because I hadn't heard much about it and the things that I did weren't great. The downtown area is kind of cool. I wouldn't say it's the coolest that I've ever been to, but it's pretty neat. The one thing that's really strange is that within a couple blocks there's like, I've counted 8 McDonald's, about 4 KFCs, 2 or 3 Burger Kings, 4 or 5 Taco Bells. It's kind of weird how much American fast food's packed in here.
All right, so now we're leaving San Jose, Costa Rica, and we're going down to the coast to Quepos. It is a little small beach town, from my understanding, and there's a national park there. So if I'm going to see the national park. San Jose was okay. Kind of glad I saw it. Didn't get to see it last time I was here. Not a huge amount to recommend it, to be quite honest, but it's a little nicer than I thought it was going to be, just because everybody said such bad things about it. So it's not the most beautiful city, but it's not a complete whole. Guess that's not recommending it much, but it's fine. Okay, off to Quepos. All right, well, I just stopped really quick to take a quick little break here right by the ocean, get a little bit of a view of it. And I was looking here, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. There's something in this tree, kind of growing around the tree, and I don't know what it is. It might be the largest wasp nest I've ever seen in my life, or it's something completely unrelated. I don't know, hopefully you can see. Right in there. See that? What is that? All right, so we had a good little quick stopover in Quepos. Kind of a neat little town. It's quite touristy, but there's also quite a bit of locals. Stayed a nice little local homestay here. Didn't see a whole lot, just kind of a stopover on the way to Panama. Again, I have to come back for my sister's wedding in Costa Rica in a couple months, so I got to fly back, so I'll have a chance to explore some more. So if you ever do come here, there's Manuel Antonio Park, which is meant to be really cool. The cloud forest that I went to earlier in Costa Rica was kind of disappointing, so I thought I'm not going to spend a whole day. It's a little expensive to get in, and I know that where I'm going, when I come back, I'll see lots of animals. So today, we're off to Nieli, which is right by the border. Just a quick stop so I can hit the border into Panama in the morning, and yeah, we'll be in Panama, so let's enjoy the ride. Well, we made it to Nili, however you pronounce it, and that just about sums up my very quick Costa Rican adventure, at least for a couple months. I'm off to the Panamanian border, and that should be interesting. So you can check in for the border crossing. They're always fun.